Well, the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, had a reputation, at least for a long time, as the preeminent law enforcement institution in the world. Was that ever true? Well, we have learned lately that FBI agents like this guy, Elvis Chan on the left, monitoring Americans' constitutionally protected speech. They're talking about politics. And this guy is reporting us to big tech saying you may want to take action against this person. Maybe he's violating your terms of service. He's not breaking any laws. The FBI, they should stay out of it. Now, how do we have this information? Well, it's been building for a long time, but it's recently confirmed by Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, two of the richest, most powerful men in the world. They essentially agree on this. It is a huge story, yet receiving zero mainstream media coverage. The FBI messing with ordinary Americans' free speech. Chris Farrell is the Director of Investigations and Research at Judicial Watch. They've had their eye on government overreach for a long time. Welcome back, Chris. How are you, and what do you make of this?
Doing well, Greg. Thanks very much for having me back on. Over 5 years ago, I went on the record in a series of articles and on television asking for or demanding the disbandment of the FBI, and I offered a program where the investigative activities of the FBI would be shifted over to the U.S. Marshal Service, agents be vetted and laterally transferred over to the new investigative arm of the Marshal Service, and the FBI collapsed in on itself. It needs to be disbanded. It is an utterly discredited, corrupt operation. I am not saying, I want to be very clear, I am not saying that every single FBI agent is a dirtball. I am not saying that. What I am saying is the institution, the headquarters element, the management, and the pattern of conduct and behavior of the Bureau itself has now put it in an almost comically, pathetically broken state of disarray. No one trusts the FBI. And it's having a broader impact on law enforcement. It's corrosive to the public and to the public's trust in the Constitution and in the government. And the time for the FBI to go away is here now.
It's kind of amazing, and I agree with you. It does take a little bit of a leap, you know what I mean? I mean, we grew up, the FBI were the heroes, the good guys, the TV shows, the movies, all of it. You got to kind of put that propaganda, do we want to call it propaganda, aside. And I see more and more people are willing to do it. You, Jim Jordan. I mean, it would be great if they were good, but they're not, so they got to go. You say the U.S. Marshal could do all this?
U.S. Marshal Service has an excellent track record. Not perfect, but excellent. It's still very, very good. You know, I've spoken at different public events around the country, and I've had retired FBI agents come up to me very angry and say, you know, what the hell are you talking about? That's not my bureau. We did great stuff, you know. And I'd stop them and say, when did you retire? And they'd all say, oh, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. It's not the current FBI. So maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, maybe it was a different story. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was still a political secret police operation, but it didn't operate in the wildly excessive criminal way that it operates now.
Yeah.
And it has gone beyond the boundaries. Even today, they issued some self-serving, condescending defense of their efforts to suppress American free speech and their cozy relationship with big tech, where Twitter was paying them millions of dollars a year for basically identifying enemy Americans that should be shut down. You mean to tell me that we have no other problems in this country? There's no active counterintelligence threat against the country. There's no problems with fentanyl, with Mexican cartels. The FBI has nothing else to do except run around and check people's Twitter accounts.
It really is something else. It's hard to believe, but it's happening. Jim Jordan promises to take care of this, or at least look into it when Republicans take control next month, just in a couple of weeks. Thank you, sir. Chris Farrell from Judicial Watch. Check out judicialwatch.org. Many thanks, and we'll be right back.